Good morning. Morning, Anna. Fine. So, coming to this week's stuff. So, what you know? What are the issues going on now? Any idea? Tirupati Laddu. Pokso. Fine. Next. New printer. Fine. Good. Fine. Pokso. Railway safety. Fine. Anthena? Chandrayaan 4 next. Sri Lanka elections. Any idea? Anthena? Okay, good. Next. Very good. Next. That's it? Devara? Devara is flop or hit? చూడలేదు ఎవరు చూడలేదు సినిమా? చూసావా? బాగుందో బాగాలేదా? ఫ్యాన్ పరంగా చెప్పొద్దు, నార్మల్ పరంగా చెప్పండి. బాగుందా? ఓకే. ఎవరు చూడట్లేదు సినిమాలు? ఇంట్రెస్ట్ లేదా మీకు అసలు? ఓకే. వెబ్ సిరీస్లు చూస్తారా ఎవరన్నా? సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ లేదా? సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ లేకపోయినా సరే కొన్ని వేరే విధాలకు ఎలా అయినా చూడొచ్చు మీరు, చూడాలి అని మనసు ఉంటే. అవునా కదా? అదే ప్రతిసారి టైం లేదు అనబాకండి, టైం ఉంటుంది ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి. ఫైన్. సో సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద టాపిక్స్. ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ స్పైసెస్ బోర్డ్. ఎప్పుడైనా విన్నారా? సెకండ్ వన్ రైల్వే సేఫ్టీ. థర్డ్ వన్, సో ఇది నాట్ దాట్ మచ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, బట్ డేటా ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ పోక్సో యాక్ట్. లెబనన్. ఎనీబడి నో లెబనన్? వెళ్ళారు ఎప్పుడైనా? ఫైన్. శ్రీలంక ఎలక్షన్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ క్వాడ్. జిఎస్టి. కెఫియా. విన్నారు ఎప్పుడైనా ఇది? విన్నావా? అయితే వెరీ గుడ్. నికోబార్ ప్రాజెక్ట్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ స్పాన్ సిటీ. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ సో ఇది కొంచెం వెరీ అన్కన్వెన్షనల్ న్యూస్. స్పైసెస్ బోర్డ్ టార్గెట్స్ annual export of $25 billion by 2047. So in this news, what you need to prefer? Spices board. So which ministry it belongs to? Any idea? Which ministry? Try చేయండి, పర్లేదు. See, use your IQ. ప్రతి ఒక్కటి మనకి పని చేయదు నాలెడ్జ్ తోనే. With your IQ ట్రై చేయండి. మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ అగ్రికల్చర్ ఒకటి ఉంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఏమేమి ఉండొచ్చు జనరల్ ట్రై చేయండి. వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ మినిస్ట్రీస్ ఇట్ మే సూట్? కామర్స్. నెక్స్ట్ there is another ministry called Ministry of Food Processing, right? So ఈ మూడు ఇచ్చాను అనుకో, వాట్ ఈస్ రైట్ ఆన్సర్? Ministry of Commerce. ఓకే. విచ్ మినిస్ట్రీ? మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ కామర్స్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలంటే మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ కామర్స్ కింద వాట్ ఆర్ ద బోర్డ్స్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో యూనిట్ రైట్. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ స్పైస్ బోర్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. అదర్ బోర్డ్స్ ఏమైనా ఐడియా ఉన్నాయి మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ కామర్స్ కింద ఉండేది? డూ యూ నో టీ బోర్డ్? టీ బోర్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా ఉంటుంది, తెలుసా? ఐడియా ఉందా? పేరుందా? పేరు ఐడియా ఉందా? నెక్స్ట్ కాఫీ బోర్డ్. నెక్స్ట్ రబ్బర్ బోర్డ్. నెక్స్ట్ ఈ స్పైసెస్ బోర్డ్. ఈ 4 ఏ మినిస్ట్రీ కింద వస్తాయి? కామర్స్ మినిస్ట్రీ కింద వస్తాయి. సో పీవైకి ఒకటి అడిగారు లాస్ట్ ఇయర్, టీ మీద అడిగాడు. 2022 2023లో there is a సో there are some offices, టీ బోర్డ్ ఆఫీసెస్ అబ్రాడ్ లో ఉంటాయా ఉండవా? ఉన్నాయా లేదా? ఉన్నాయి. సో అలానే స్పైస్ బోర్డ్ ఆఫీస్ అబ్రాడ్లో ఉన్నాయా లేవా? ఫైన్, డన్. There is no spice board in the international. Only tea board is there in the international. That point you need to remember. So coming to here, when it was constituted? 1987. Just tell me the keywords from it. Right? First of all, spice board. 1980. Is it statutory? Non-statutory? Statutory or non-statutory? Because there is an act. Second one, functions under Ministry of. Remove this. This is important. Kochi, spoiled under. Very, very important. Flavor-it. Spice Board of India has started online campaign called what? Spice Train to educate about the country's rich spice heritage. So tell me, what are the important points here? Kochi, statutory body. Flavor-it, Ministry of Commerce. అంతే. సో ఇంత ఏ ఆర్టికల్ వచ్చినా సరే డీకోడ్ చేసి ఈ పాయింట్ జస్ట్ సైడ్ రాసి పెట్టుకోండి. ఈ హ్యాబిట్ ఇప్పటి నుంచి బిల్డ్ అయితే కానీ మీరు ఎంత పేపర్ చదివినా సరే మీరు యూ నీడ్ టు పిక్ దీస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎనీ ఆర్టికల్ విచ్ యూ రెడ్. సో సెకండ్ కమ్స్, దిస్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్, స్పైస్ గ్రోయింగ్ స్టేట్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. సో ఐ హ్యావ్ పిక్డ్ వన్ థింగ్, బట్ you need to do your homework based on, I'll tell you something important one. Chili, cardamom, and next mustard. Make notes on these three things. Right? Make notes on these three things. So coming to this, what is this? Is it turmeric or ginger? Huh? Ginger spice. Is it ginger is a spice or not? Ginger spice? Garlic spice? Yes. Ginger garlic paste. Where you will use? Only chicken. Not in biryani? Biryani also. So it is very famous, right? So I picked what? Turmeric. So you need to do work on this chili, cardamom and mustard. These are important compared to all those things, but refer this spice chart. So prior to this, prior to going this topic, turmeric, tell me something what you know about turmeric. So that is the reason why I wore this shirt. ఈ టర్మరిక్ కాన్సెప్ట్ తీసుకుని ఇది వేసుకొని వచ్చాను, అవునా? Is it real? No. Fine. Coming to this turmeric. So turmeric is, compared to other countries, we in India, we have a great significance for the turmeric, right? Why? So there is a cultural attachment, right? Why? Why turmeric is that much auspicious comparing to other things? So for the culture, I am asking for the point of culture, from the point of culture, why it is important? So there are lot many colors, lot many things you will get. Why this culture has given that much priority to turmeric?
It indicates good which happened in our life.
Antibiotic. Then next, where you generally use in haldi ceremony, right? Huh? Cooking is okay. See, I am not talking about the cooking aspect. I am talking about culture aspect. Generally in the marriages, you generally use haldi ceremony. So recently there is a trend, every marriage is there or not, but there is second part, haldi ceremony is mandatory, right? Everybody want to attend that, right? Festivals also. See, in India, turmeric is very auspicious compared to other things. When you want to start, when you want to read. So why, for example, take marriage as an aspect. Why you will use this turmeric?
So it is a natural sanitizer.
Natural sanitizer. ఆయుర్వేదాలో did you mention unda turmeric, right? So that is the main point why they are using it. So at that time of during the time of weddings, at that time what they generally does, first point is it is not something culture is promoting turmeric. I have read something regarding this. First main important why our ancient people taken this is first important antiseptic when going to weddings. So and second point is glow. It will give you a glow in your face. So something prior to the wedding, if something happens, it acts as an antiseptic and acts as an your natural skin enhancing agent. So these are the two things. So for the marriage, for other things, for example, when you are inaugurating houses, when you are doing some balidanals, everything, right? Balidan, not in the present context, from the past. Present also we are following that without knowing the originality. పసుపు మంచి సూచన ఎందుకు? That's what I am asking. Why? Nothing much. There are only two properties for it. First is antiseptic. Second one is what? That is okay. Everything skin enhancement. These are the only two properties which has a cultural significance. ఆ టైంలో మనకి కాస్మెటిక్స్ లైక్ లాక్మీ ఇలాంటి ప్రొడక్ట్స్ there are no, right? So we have only one single ingredient at that time and another ingredient which we generally don't use, like we are using at this time, but culture at that time also uses. What is that? Multani mitti. So where is this? So I have already another question. If you see this spice map, so if it is a North India, right? It is North India, right? Yeah. So remember this point. I'll connect you something. So first see this term. India is the largest producer, consumer, exporter. India is the largest producer, consumer and exporter. Largest producing states of very important: Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. So India has more than 62% share of world trade in the turmeric. Leading export markets are Bangladesh, UAE, USA and Malaysia. Turmeric is a very important flowering plant. So turmeric ni manam root ga use chestama, plant ga use chestama? How we will use? Root. Right? It belongs to which family? Very another important point is called very important. Color comes from a component called what? Curcumin. So this is the very important. If it is more, this percentage is more, it is more antiseptic in nature, more darker in nature. It depends. Curcumin depends the quality of what? Turmeric. So question ela frame cheyochu, then tell me. How can you frame a question based on this word?
Which one of the phenolic compounds is responsible for coloring plant? What is the coloring substance or agent?
Curcumin recently seen in news. What it belongs to, right? So grow in diverse conditions. This is nothing much. So this is important. Meghalaya, Lakadong turmeric has been awarded what? GI tag. So there are a lot of GI tags, but this is important. This is the news. So what are the areas? Now tell me where India grows. Maharashtra, Telangana, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu. These are the largest growing states in India. Now my point here is, if you see the North India, anywhere you are going, anywhere there is a growing. Why? Suitable conditions are not there. Now coming to again a cultural point, where we got this Vedas, all those things? North India, South India, Middle India, Vedas. Then where they get the turmeric? See, Vedas ekkada develop అయినాయి? Ganga Valley, right? You know, right? I'm not talking about the IVC. Rigvedic part, Rigveda, and later Vedic, whatever the Vedic part. If you see in which valley it has developed, Ganga, right? Ganga plains lone developed. Bihar maybe, right? And that regions lone kada. So it has huge importance in Ayurveda, right? Then if you see, these are the areas why turmeric has prominence in the southern India. Then what does it shows then? ఆలోచించండి, థింక్.
People migrate otherwise. Knowledge of the transfer.
See, apart from all those components, turmeric has that much significance, right? My question is that. ఎందుకు?
And they want glowing agent.
In southern India, that is fine. I'm talking about the why it has huge that much significance in the Ayurveda.
So it is anti-inflammatory.
So, but it is not general growing area, right? Huh? It gives health. That is also Ayurveda గురించి మాట్లాడుతున్నా. క్వశ్చన్ అర్థమైందిగా మీకు? You understand, right? What my question is? Then tell me the answer. If you see, is it not ginger? Turmeric is a natural growing in the northern part of India? No, right? What are the largest states? Maharashtra, Telangana, and Karnataka. Tamil Nadu. What about Andhra Pradesh? Next position comes under Andhra Pradesh, right? So these are not generally a growing areas, right? Why turmeric has that much significance in the ancient India? My question. After the class, please let me know. So what are the points we need to pick? One main important point is curcumin. Another important point is these states are important. Next one, largest producer, consumer, and exporter. So consider the following statements regarding spices board of India. So tell me the answer. Spices board of constitute 1987 the spices board. Is it right? Right or wrong? Right or wrong? It functions under Ministry of Agriculture. Which ministry? Right or wrong? The headquarters of spice board are located in Chennai. Where? Kochi. Spice board has launched an online campaign called Spice Train. Is it right? నాకు అక్కడే ఉంది, చూడలేదు మీరైతే. So it is right. So what is the one wrong one? One is right. Yeah. Fine. So next, with reference to turmeric in India, consider the following statements. India accounts for more than 50% of the global trade in turmeric. Is it right? Huh? More than 50 to 50% is 62%, right? So question ala adagachu. There is no restriction, something like that. More than? Is it right? Lakadang turmeric from Manipur has been awarded geographical indication tag. Manipura, Meghalaya. Meghalaya. Fine. Next one, turmeric which we generally used in kitchen has antiseptic in nature. Leading export markets for India turmeric include Bangladesh, UAE and USC. So what is the answer? 1, 4. Fine. Indian Railways, this is koncham big topic. Headquarter cardamom. Generally India cardamom has a huge export. So cardamom, right? So cardamom generally grows in the cardamom hills. You know where it is? Kerala, right? So that is the reason why, if you see the rubber board of India is also there in the Kerala. Where is the tea board of India? Assam. Next, where is the coffee board of India? Karnataka. Coffee has a very interesting arrival in India. Do you know? You know the origin of coffee? How it came in India?
After 7 seats into India.
His name is Baba Budan. Baba Budan. There is a hill called Giri. Baba Budan Giri. Where it is? Chikmagalur. So he brought 7 seeds of from where? From where? Japan?
No, sir.
Australia?
From Europe, sir.
Antarctica? Huh? Ethiopia. Fine. That is called, he brought a seeds called mocha. Do you know coffee? Coffee varieties తెలుసా మీకు? Anybody heard? What is the difference between cappuccino and americano? What is the difference between americano and macchiato? What is the difference between latte and cappuccino? సరదాగా వెళ్ళి తెలుసుకోండి, ఎందుకంటే ఇలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా అడగచ్చు. వీ డోంట్ నో, సో బీ అవేర్ ఆఫ్. సి cafes famous are wherever you go. So there is a trend of 2 things. One is cappuccino, another one is filter coffee. We know only these 2. When we go to the cafes, if they have lot of list, we generally pick up one is called cappuccino, because movies fame ఇచ్చింది దానికి cappuccino అనే దానికి, అంతే కదా. ప్రతి ఒక్కటి మనమే కలుపుకోవాలి. There is an movie dialogue. Fine, coming to this is somehow big topic. What is this? Indian Railways to overhaul aging signaling systems for better safety. What you know about railways? Tell me some brief intro about it. I'm not going to discuss this intro, all those things. So to the point. When it came? Year is important. 1853. What is the first railway line from where? Mumbai to? Why railways introduced in India? For development of India? For British survival. Fine. So అవన్నీ మీకు తెలుసు కాబట్టి సో వాటి గురించి మాట్లాడలే నేను. సో కమింగ్ టు దిస్ is very important. So where is this zoom? దీనిలో జూమ్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది అని తెలుసా? ఫైన్. Collisions, second largest cause. So if you see this, first of all, reasons for the consequential train rail accident. What is the first one? Derailment. What is derailment? Second one is? Third one? Fourth one? Last one? Right. So from the 2018 to 2023-24, if you see what increased, what decreased, tell me the trend. Derailment, collision increased, fire in train. What about this unmanned and manned level crossing? It is very less, right? Now based on that, what you will say, how the government has done, what works has done, what works it didn't. ఆలోచన చెప్పండి. సో ఈ ట్రెండ్ని బట్టి ఏం చేసి ఉండొచ్చు, ఏం చేయకపోయి ఉండొచ్చు. So what about derailment? Derailment is the largest, right? First point. Why? What is the reason? Track problems.
Second one is train locomotive problems, wheel problems.
Okay. Signaling problem. Next. Braking issues. Next. Management issues.
And improper tracking of the trains.
Fine. Technology fine. బరువు ఎక్కువ ఉన్నాయా?
Sir, rails kuda categories. every track is categorized with respect to the load of the train, sir. So
Fine, you have some points, right? So we'll discuss. So next one is what? Next, see this one. Consequential train accidents. 3 accidents on an average every month. When you see the 2001 to 2022, is there an increasing trend or decreasing trend? Decreasing trend. There is a fluctuating trend. What you need to understand? Fluctuating, because again there is an increase right here. It is not 100% decreasing, right? It is not something like this, right? It is like this, right? A sudden juncture, it shows what? Fluctuating trend. So ఇది కూడా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అన్నమాట. సో రైజింగ్ ట్రెండా, డిక్రీజింగ్ ట్రెండా, ఫ్లక్చువేటింగ్ ట్రెండా, దీస్ 3 trends can be asked in your pre, not for the mains. But if you see, this is the point. So next, initiatives by railways. Mission Raftar. It is for what? Railways దేనికి? Speed to reduce travel time on busy routes. Next one, Amrit Bharat Station Scheme. Ministry of aims to transform railway station into modern, well-equipped hubs. Next one, Mission 41K. Aim is to save 41,000 crore in next 10 years, generating energy efficient solutions to a less carbon footprint. So coming to this, Mission Raftar. So tell me how to reduce the travel time. Any initiative, recent initiative?
some laying of new tracks, sir.
Vande Bharat. So make notes of Vande Bharat. Very important. I picked only some important things which in general context and present dimension lo. Make notes of Vande Bharat. So which company it made is that is important. Right? So next, other Amrit Bharat Station Scheme. Anybody visited recently our Secunderabad railway station? It is renovating. Renovation jarugutundi chusara? So did you see the prototype of? Did you watch? ఆ స్టేషన్లోనే పెట్టి ఉంటుంది ప్రోటోటైప్, హౌ ద స్టేషన్ గోయింగ్ టు ఇంక్రీస్. సో విచ్ స్కీమ్ ఇట్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు? అమృత్ భారత్ స్టేషన్ స్కీమ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ 41K. ఫర్ దిస్ వాట్ గవర్నమెంట్ నీడ్ టు డూ? ఎనర్జీ ఎఫిషియన్సీ. ఫర్ దిస్ సోలార్. The next generation of technologies are required. So this is prior to this. Wait. There is a plan called what? National Rail Plan. See, important. There is a policy. There is a plan. There is an act. There is a rules. So what is the difference between these things? Policy, plan, act, rules. What are the differences? So this is very important for you when you are reading. These are the importance. What is the difference between policy, plan, act, and rules? So first of all, you need to what? Do plan. Then next. Then next rules. Or else policy to rules. It may happen, but general things. So policy ki any statutory backing unda? There is no statutory backing for the policy and plans. So policy and plans for what? For the vision, futuristic. Next generation ki em cheyalana aalochanto they are doing them, right? So it means mostly what the constituents in this plan or policy, they are what?
Imaginative or future.
Futuristic. It means prospective or regressive? Prospective kada. What is prospective?
Sir, what the things which we have planned to do and what would come out of it, sir.
Generally positive in nature, right? Whatever the future things, what we need to do. So read these points once. So I'll discuss one point. Increase railways freight model share to 45. What is freight?
Goods, sir.
goods.
Non-restriction of load cap.
Next one, enhance freight train speed. How much?
50 km/h.
Vision 2024 for accelerated implementation. 100% electrification, multi-tracking, congested routes, speed upgradation. Speed to how much? 160 kmph on Delhi Howrah, Delhi Mumbai routes. Upgrade 130 kmph on golden quadrilateral and golden diagonal routes. Eliminate level crossings. Remove all crossings on GQ GD route for improved safety. Next one, dedicated freight corridor. This is very very important. High speed rail corridors. Rolling stock. You know what is rolling stock? What is rolling stock? Kinda wheels untaya. That is a rolling stock. Next one, wagons, you know, right? Investment and the capital assessment, private sector participation. So దీనిలో గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్న ఏంటి? What you need to remember?
Dedicated freight model increase shares for capacity. Speed of the
Fine, whatever it may be. If something comes on the national rail plan, write anything which you know, which is something futuristic by adding something elements here. If this, based on these points, if they frame a prelims question, do you need to by heart these things? Huh? Why? See, ఏది చేసినా సరే పాజిటివ్ గానే ఉన్నాయి కదా, ఏది ఆపట్లేదని చెప్పట్లేదు కదా. ఎవ్రీథింగ్ లుక్స్ పాజిటివ్, రైట్? సో వాట్ వీ నీడ్ టు డూ? Only two things you need to remember from me. What are those? First one, and this dedicated freight corridor. ఒక్కొక్క పాయింట్ తీసుకొని దే కెన్ ఫ్రేమ్ ఏ వాట్ మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్. దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ హ్యూజ్ ఛాన్స్ బికాస్ పోర్ట్స్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చేసింది, ఎయిర్వేస్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చేసింది. 2024 there is a question on Udan scheme. 2024 mains, anybody seen the paper? There is a scheme on what? Udan. It belongs to air. Last year there is a question on roads. What is the pending? Railways is the one pending aspect, right? So be aware of those things. So next, coming to the very very important key safety measures in recent times. What is Kavach?
anti-collision mechanism.
To avoid collisions between trains.
For example, there are two trains coming. What it does? Automatically applies brakes. So which system is this? Kavach. Next one, elimination of unmanned level crossings, road over bridges. Nothing much important here. This is important. Use of ultrasonic broken rail detection systems. So pick some technological points from it. What is the first point? Technological point. First one is Kavach. Next one is ultrasonic broken rail detection system. Very very important. Placer quick relaying system. Anybody know this?
So high-speed braking.
Nothing much. When you want to renovate the railways, right? Generally it is a manual work. There is a machine to remove all those things. That machine name is what? Placer quick relaying system. So question ilane frame chestaru. Placer quick relaying system recently seen in use. What it belongs to? For railways or airports? Railways. Focus on 100% electrification, safety drives and awareness campaigns, AC cabins for the, this is important. So recently there is an article. So next one, upgradation of signaling system, centralized traffic control, improved rolling stock. So there is another point, this is important. Seventh is important. Link Hoffman Bush. తెలుసా మీకు ఇది? Anybody know? Link how? For example, there are wagons, right? మీరు ఏదో ట్రైన్ ఎక్కుతారు కదా, ఇలా ఉంటాయి. ఇక్కడ నుంచి బయటకు చూడొచ్చు లోపల నుంచి బయటికి, అవే ట్రైన్స్. So there are two types. Earlier there is an ICF, integrated coach factory that develops some wagons. Now there is a trend or advanced thing that is called LHB coaches. What is this coaches? Link, Hoffman, Bush. Where we have adopted this technology from a country nunchi? German. What is the main difference between this? Question ela frame cheyochu ante ivanni teeseste, this is very important. Link, Hoffman, Bush. What is the main difference between ICF and LHB? Tell me. So tell me, guess చేయండి పర్లేదు.
Improved safety features and comfort, sir.
Okay.
And space management, sir.
Okay. So one important feature that is called telescoping. తెలుసా ఇది విన్నారా? టెలిస్కోప్ అని చూడటం అదే. When there are nothing much. When there are two trains, earlier this bogie enter into this bogie. Earlier ICF trains, earlier it enter into this bogie. Now it will just derail it. It won't disturb the previous and the back, which has saved lot of. So that is the reason why. See this map. That is the reason why there is a decreasing things, right? So this is an earlier we have seen, right? Blue bogies. Now red bogies. Now we have seen, right? Right? This is the main difference. LHB made by German company. Important point is, so which is more advanced than LHB? So just go through this, nothing much. Fire safety, smoke detection system, fire retardant course, drone surveillance for track, safety committee and regularities, national rail safety. This is important. What is this? Rail Sun Karsha Kosh. How much? Rupees 1 lakh crore to enhance safety infrastructure including tracks, bridges and signaling systems. Integration of A and big data and analytics. So coming to this, just chadivaru kada. So tell me some tech points which you have read. First point, Kavach. Second point, ultrasound, rail detection. Next, tech points. Okay. Fourth, LHB. Fifth, tech point, technology point.
Integration of AI and big data.
See drone, right? Here where it is, drone surveillance. Next one is what? Integration of AI and big data analytics. So frame and mains question then. Mere frame cheyandi oka mains question. Railways technology based. What are the recent technological advancements took by the Indian Railways? What are its impacts? అంతే కదా. సో అలానే క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి. మనం చేయాల్సింది ఇంత కంటెంట్ జస్ట్ మైండ్లో ఉండాలి, బట్ ఈ పాయింట్సే గుర్తుండాలి వెన్ యూ ఆర్ రైటింగ్ యువర్ ఆర్ మెయిన్స్ ఆన్సర్స్. సో ప్రియర్ టు దిస్ there is an important thing called what? Dedicated freight corridor. When it was launched 2006, the government of India established dedicated freight corridor corporation. There is an corporation based on SPV. Do you know SPV means? Special purpose vehicle. Why? What is the meaning of special purpose vehicle? Is it a vehicle? What is special purpose vehicle? విన్నారా ఎప్పుడైనా? వినలేదా? వినలేదా? What? What is special purpose vehicle? అదా LHB నా? గవర్నమెంట్ టర్మ్స్ లో వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్పెషల్ పర్పస్ వెహికల్ అనేది. తెలిసింటే చెప్పొచ్చు కదా. ఎనీబడి నోస్, ప్లీజ్ లెట్ మీ నో.
Inspection vehicle, ambulance.
See, in budget we'll plan something, right? According to this ministry, this scheme, that scheme, we'll plan something, right? In generally we do it. Apart from that, we found that one area is which is more significant, we cannot put some budget over there, but it is very required for a country to develop. For that, government will bring a special component that is called special purpose vehicle. It does not belong to any vehicle, right? Government will bring some extra policy measure to do more work on it. One important example is dedicated freight corridor, and another is చాలా ఉన్నాయి, బట్ అనదర్ ట్రై చేయండి. ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా? Shipyards can also build through special purpose vehicle. A special purpose vehicle usage ఏంటి then? What is the main use of special purpose vehicle? If it contains much importance, government generally doesn't fix any budget for it. It is a long term process. They develop an extra component to develop that thing. That is called what? Special purpose vehicle. So ఈ వర్డ్ కొంచెం recent news లో వస్తుంటది. Be follow with this. So coming to this, DFC consists of two parts. First one is eastern, second one is western. So which is largest, eastern or western? So E pointers are important for you. So which is the largest? East or west? Eastern. So ఇది రిమెంబర్ చేసుకున్నా చేసుకోకపోయినా సెకండరీ పాయింట్. వాట్ యూ నీడ్ టు రిమెంబర్? ఈస్ట్ ఆర్ వెస్ట్? ఈస్ట్. ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ టు వేర్? Ludhiana to Dankuni. So Ludhiana to Dankuni. Dankuni is where? West Bengal. So EDFC has root of what? Why it is important then? Coal mines, thermal power plants and industrial cities. These states are 100% important for you. Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand and West Bengal. So next one, who is one of the funder? World Bank. So now recently I have seen in budget regarding Amaravati, right? 15,000 crores they are going to sanction, right? Chadivaru asla idea unda? You remember how they will fund? Multilateral organization. One example is, for example, to develop this, they have taken a help of. So for the development of Amaravati, they are also going to take the help of World Bank. So coming to the second point, Western Dedicated Freight Corridor. From where? Dadri. Where is Dadri? Dadri to JNPT. JNPT is where? Mumbai. So covers what? Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra and UP. It is being funded by whom? Japan International Cooperation Agency. So question ela frame chestam. Now you will frame. See, just tell me the 3 points how you can frame an prelims question. First point regarding east or west. Which is greater in length, east or west? East or west? East is funded by Japan. Is it right? World Bank. East is funded by World Bank. ఈని ఇలా తిప్పండి, డబ్ల్యూ అవుతుంది, రైట్? సి కొన్ని ఇలానే గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి మనం. నేను అలానే గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటా. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, వాట్ ఈస్ ద కామన్ స్టేట్ ఫర్ బోత్ ద థింగ్స్? Haryana. Third point is that one. What is third point? Common. What is the common? Haryana and UP. At least ఈ పాయింట్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకుంటే చాలు. సో ఈస్టర్న్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి? ఫ్రమ్ వేర్ టు వేర్? Ludhiana to Dankuni. Next one, this Dadri to JNPT. Dadri 2-3 years back very famous in news. Why? Very famous 3-4 years back. Huh? Any idea? No idea? Mob lynching. First mob lynching, great event, grave event, mob lynching జరిగింది అక్కడే దాద్రిలో. అక్లక్ అనే అతని పైన, సో షీ సేలింగ్ దట్ బీఫ్ అమ్ముతున్నాడు అని చెప్పేసి సమ్ పీపుల్ హ్యావ్ గాన్ అండ్ కిల్డ్ హిమ్. సో so this is very important. Commission of Railway Safety established. Headquarter. The main functions of CRS include inspection of new railway lines, accident, oversight of granting safety approval, so whatever the relating to safety. So if these comes, ivi meer chadavala, no need, with your IQ you need to apply these points. Next one, headed by whom? Chief Commissioner of Railway Safety. So it belongs to what? It powers take ekkadi nunchi తీసుకుంది? Railways Act 1989. This is very 100% important commission. So there are two committees which talk on railways. First one is what? Vivek Debroy committee. Second one, Anil Kakodkar. So what are the two committees? Vivek Debroy. Second one, Anil Kakodkar. So what Vivek Debroy told? Just a glimpse lo cheppa. Need for creation of separate tariff regulator, needs to decentralize railway operation, need to decrease cross subsidization. This is very important. Anybody know what it means? What is cross subsidization? No idea?
So the subsidies which are to be given to one particular
Sir,
That is
using the subsidies given to freight on or travels, right passengers, or
Yeah.
vice versa.
so generally our freight traffic national rail plan ప్రకారం ఎంత ఉండాలని చెప్పారు? How much it should be? 45%. Present it is around 30%. Rest 70% done by whom? Freight means movement of goods from one place to another. Railways is catering how much? Present. So rest is done by roadways. Apart from 1 to 2% and 5% of railways, mostly done by the roadways. So which is cheaper, by going through train or through bus? Bus means train is cheaper. So 1853 it has started, right? Now how many years got completed? Nearly on an average how much? 125 years, right? So count and చెప్పండి అంతే తంతా 175, 125, whatever it may be, it has crossed something, right? So still we are not utilizing the railways. Why?
So lack of infrastructure.
See, there is a development of roads rapidly like anything. Why you are not that much developing rapidly this trains?
Heavyweights, mobilization prices.
What?
revenue from railway sector is comparatively less.
Comparatively less, yeah, fine.
Large network.
Cost effective of what? Renovating. I'm not asking about renovation. New construction.
Sir, construct చేయడానికి railways కి it takes so much time, weight and money, sir. And material ఎక్కువ heavyweight material.
Then why you are investing on roads then?
Sir, road అనేది lay చేయడానికి it is relatively easy than railway.
See, generally, what is the main important factor why railway still now developed is it doesn't belongs to privatization. We are now opening a dimension of privatization in the railways. Now opening the dimension. Till 2014-15, there is no opening for the private players to come play in the railways. If you see the road networks, every road network built from this kilometer with the help of whom? By using some investment models called what? BOT, BPBOT, you know, right? Build, operate, transfer. Ante kada. So did you heard those kind of things in the railways anywhere? No, this is the one main important reason. Lack of privatization. So now what comes the question? Mains question frame చేయాలంటే ఏం ఫ్రేమ్ చేయొచ్చు?
What is the main disadvantage behind
Privatization or individual?
See, privatization of the Indian railways is need of the hour. Comment. Right? Needa, not needa? Rendu రాయండి. When you are writing, 2 points are 100% necessary. So coming to this, nothing much, just go through here. But so with reference to very important, with reference to the Commission of Railway Safety in India, consider the following statement. Commission of Railway Safety was established in 1961 and is headquartered in Lucknow. Is it right? CRS operates under the Railways Act and its responsibilities include inspecting new railway lines and overseeing the safety of the high-speed rail. Is it correct?
overseeing the
See, whatever it may be, is it a prospective or not? చెయ్యొచ్చా చేయలేదు అది? It comes under Ministry of Railways. It comes under Ministry of Railways. అవునా కదా? Tell me. Wrong. It comes under Ministry of Civil Aviation. Which ministry? So that is one of the flaw here. రైల్వేస్ లో ఒక ఫ్లా ఏంటి అంటే ఇన్వెస్టిగేషన్ చేయడానికి ఇది ఆ మినిస్ట్రీకి సంబంధం అయి ఉంది. అర్థమైందా? సో ఇట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫ్లా. సో దట్స్ వై ఐ పిక్డ్ దిస్ కాన్సెప్ట్. సో వెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ సీన్, యూ నీడ్ టు అబ్జర్వ్ సంథింగ్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? Ministry of Commission of Railway Safety. Which ministry? This is the logo of that. అన్ని గమనించాలి అందుకే బోర్డు మీద. సో కావాలనే పెట్టా, ఇక్కడ కావాలనే పాయింట్ కట్ చేశా, ఎందుకంటే మీకు గుర్తుంటుంది మెయిన్ పాయింట్ ఏంటి అంటే. దిస్ మైండ్ గేమ్, కొంచెం జాగ్రత్తగా ఆడండి. ఫైన్. సో ఇట్ కమ్స్ అండర్ మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ సివిల్ ఏవియేషన్. Fine, next one. So this is mains practice. What is read it out? Critically analyze the steps taken by the Indian Railways in recent years to improve safety in its operations. How effective have these measures been reducing in the accidents and fatalities? Raicha, the question. Raicha, ఏం రాస్తామంటారా? It's up to you. Fine. Unemployment rate has not fallen. Labor survey, some survey that is called periodic labor force survey report recent గా రిలీజ్ అయింది. అన్ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ తగ్గలేదు అని చెప్తుంది, అంతేనా? సో హూ రిలీజెస్ దిస్? Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. But here saying that labor, right? What about labor ministry then? వాట్ ఎవర్ మినిస్ట్రీ లేబర్ కూడా చేయొచ్చుగా, మరి ఎందుకు చేయట్లేదు? ఇన్కమ్ లేదా? లేబర్ దగ్గర ఇన్కమ్ లేదా? విచ్ మినిస్ట్రీ? PLFS done by Ministry of MOSP, Statistics and Program Implementation, done by one organization called what? National Statistical Office. So 2-3 points గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి చాలు అంతే. Of all those things, 3 or 2 points for writing a better mains answers. Key points for the article on unemployment labor survey: no significant changes in employment, which stands at how much? This is important. 3.2%. Males increased or decreased? What we are talking about? What? Labor force participation rate. What is labor force participation rate?
Working age.
Define what is labor force participation rate.
Sir, people who got employed in the working age. Sir.
People who are working certain.
Who are willing to work but not able.
What?
Of numbers and limited period.
Sir, working age లో ఎంతమంది అయితే పనిచేయడానికి willing
సో మెయిన్ పాయింట్ ఏంటి అంటే ఆర్ దే ఇన్ యాక్షన్, ఆర్ దే ఇన్ యాక్షన్? What we need to concentrate here when you want to judge this labor force participation rate, whether we need to count action or inaction. Both action and inaction. పని చేసే వాళ్ళు చెయ్యాలనుకుంటున్న వాళ్ళు, there is an age bracket for it, that is called labor force participation rate. And another one also there, working population ratio. Now what about that? What is the difference between LFPR and WPR? What is working population rate? What is PLFS? Two difference ante explanation em oddu. Action a inaction a? Aa rendu points meeda cheppandi. Only action is WPR. Action plus inaction is LFPR. So ఎంత కాంప్లికేటెడ్ డెఫినేషన్ వచ్చినా సరే దాన్ని ఈ రెండు పదాల్లో గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, ఈజీ. ఎంత కాంప్లికేటెడ్ డెఫినేషన్ అయినా ఇవ్వండి. సో విచ్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ యాక్షన్ అండ్ ఇంగ్లీష్ వాట్? LFPR WPR? విచ్ ఇంక్లూడ్స్ బోత్ యాక్షన్ అండ్ ఇన్యాక్షన్? LFPR. Action? Fine. So LFPR for the males increased from 75.8% to 88%. For females 23% to 41%. Urban LFPR for women rose from 15% in 2021 to 21.4. Participation of the women for Muslim women and agriculture are increasing trend. Manufacturing sector show no growth. So this is important point. Very, 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 very important point. What is this point? Manufacturing sector shows no growth in providing jobs. What it means?
despite having protection, there is no growth.
So what's the, see, from the point of government, what's the government doing then? See, it is a report from whom? From whom? Government itself, right? Whatever it means, government itself giving a report. So what is it? What it's saying? Manufacturing sector shows no growth in providing jobs. But there are a lot of schemes, right? Make in India, Dance in India, all those things are there, right? So why?
People are not into that. To encourage.
When you manufacture something, what you need to do with it? చేసిన దాన్ని ఏం చేసుకుంటారు? ఇంట్లో పెట్టుకుంటారా? You will sell it, right? Sell means what? To export, right? Where you will export? Foreign countries. What's happening in the foreign countries? Russia, Ukraine crisis, Israel, and next US economy is down. So global perspective lone there is not that much demand, and next COVID also. These are the factors you need to write. So you need to support them, right? Ultimately government support cheyala. When you are writing economic survey document, you should not titting, right? You should not scold them, right? Government, when you are belong to that. రాస్తున్నావు నువ్వు, గవర్నమెంట్ రిపోర్ట్ రాస్తున్నావు, గవర్నమెంట్ మెంబర్ అయ్యి ఉన్నావు, నీ గవర్నమెంట్ నువ్వు తిట్టుకుంటావా? దానికి సపోర్టివ్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్ యూ నీడ్ టు రైట్, రైట్? తిట్టింగ్. సో ఇట్స్ ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ బై ఫ్రమ్ సమ్ గ్రేట్ పర్సనాలిటీ, యూ నో బెటర్ దాన్ మీ, రైట్? 5. So manufacturing sector shows no growth in providing jobs. Why? What are the reasons for it? First point starts with COVID. Second point? Russia, Ukraine, Israel, and role of dominance of China and growing tendency of what? Deglobalization and weak economy in the యుఎస్ఏ. సో ఈ పాయింట్స్ రాసినా చాలు. సో ఇవన్నీ ఇలా వచ్చినప్పుడు వీ షుడ్ నాట్ బై హార్ట్ ద థింగ్స్. మనకు ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఫ్లో చేయాల పరిగెత్తాలి. ఆర్ హ్యాస్ టు రోల్ లైక్ దట్. సో ద పార్టిసిపేషన్ ఆఫ్ వర్కర్స్ ఇన్ అగ్రికల్చర్ హ్యాస్ ఇంక్రీజ్డ్ ఫర్ ద 4th year. Why this? Why? My question here is participation of workers in agriculture has increased for the 4th year in a row. Why? Why? No guess? Huh? That is one of the point. Correct. The next. Same factors apply అవుతాయి దానికి కూడా. Same factors apply అవుతాయి దానికి కూడా. And there is another thing called, recently there is a scheme called what? PDS, Public Distribution System, right? There is another scheme called sub scheme, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. For this scheme, for this Kalyan, free ration. Earlier kilo ki rupai biyam or 2 rupees 3 rupees generally it is there, but now it has removed. It has given more opportunity for the growers to grow more to satisfy the needs of this whom? To satisfy the needs of whom? Government. See, PDS, rice wheat is the main component which you will get more money. That is the reason why monocropping is there in India. Avuna? Kada? So, inka free ichinappudu government demands more, right? You are creating more agriculture. So, one of the reason for is this one. So, next. So, I have already done this. So, this is third part. Okay, fine. This point is important. Just see here. Female unemployment. Female employment rate declined from 5.6% to 3.2%. Despite the rise in LFPR, the overall unemployment scenario remains challenging, especially in manufacturing. So, construction sector has been recovery and growth, contributing more jobs than manufacturing sector. Why? Again, the question is why? అసలు ఏం లేవని చెప్పి ఇన్ని పాయింట్లు అడుగుతున్నాను అనుకుంటున్నారా? సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద general questions UPSC will frame. So they will take this survey. They will analyze how you know about those things. Why? What is the reason then? The construction sector has seen recovery and growth, contributing more jobs than manufacturing sector. Why? COVID is one point. Second, infrastructure development. That is a one point. Very important. See, again comes to whom? Government. There are lot of scheme. PM Gati Shakti, any idea? That is an infrastructure development. And next, construction of roads, construction of dams, construction of whatever it may be. If you see the urban landscape of Hyderabad prior to 10 years, after this 10 years, 2014, 2024, if you see the landscape in that present area like Madhapur, all those areas, అసలు ఇలా కళ్ళు మూసి తెరిచి లోపలికి 41 floors building అంత 10 years లో డెవలప్మెంట్ అయింది. వాట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ ఫర్ ఇట్? గవర్నమెంట్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్. దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ గ్రోయింగ్ వాట్? రియల్ ఎస్టేట్, రైట్? ఎవరైనా రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ చేసేవాళ్ళు ఉన్నారు ఈ క్లాస్లో? ఎనీబడీ నో వాట్ ఈస్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్? What is real estate? Plots of flat place అమ్మటమా? So what is that I am seeing recently? Call కూడా వస్తుంది అది. Some sandal farms. Anybody is getting call from it? Nobody is getting messages or something? Huh? JP Infra. Fine. So that is the reason why if you see this construction sector has recovery and growth, contributing to more jobs. Here lies what? Informal what? Employment or unemployment? ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్. సో ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ దేనికి రాయొచ్చు? అర్బన్ స్లమ్స్. అవునా? టేక్ హైదరాబాద్ అంత గ్రోయింగ్ అవుతుంది అంటే ఆబ్వియస్గా అర్బన్ స్లమ్స్ జనరేట్ అవుతున్నాయిగా. హౌ దే ఆర్ క్యాటరింగ్ దెమ్? వాళ్ళని ఎలా మేనేజ్ చేస్తున్నారు మీరు? అగైన్ దిస్ ఇస్ వన్ ఇష్యూ యూ కెన్ మెన్షన్ ఇన్ వేర్ విచ్ క్వశ్చన్? ఛాలెంజెస్ ఆఫ్ అర్బనైజేషన్. ఫైన్, కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్గా చెప్తాను. వాచింగ్ చైల్డ్ సెక్స్ అబ్యూస్ material is an offense. SC. Anybody know what base content of it? POCSO Act is there. Fine. What the Supreme Court is telling?
Change the
Videos
meaning
in
of
uploading the any child sexual videos in your phone, even with or without knowledge, is also an offense.
So be aware of it. See, in reality that is true. India is the largest country in child pornography content. If you open those kind of sites, India is the largest child pornography. So what is the reason behind it? Illiteracy. Fine, literates kuda they are doing, but illiteracy, next one.
Everything is free.
That is fine. Okay. Underlying factors. Unemployment. Next, bonded labor. You know bonded labor? Next, lack of sex education, right? Human trafficking తెలుసా మీకు? ఏంటి? ట్రాఫిక్ లో ఆగిపోవడం. Fine, you know, right? Human trafficking. That is the one greatest issue for this child pornography. So coming to here, what Supreme Court said is, any content regarding this child pornography with intention, without intention, and there is a word called, we'll see that, inchoate. విన్నారా ఈ వర్డ్ ఎప్పుడైనా? ఇన్కోయేట్. చేస్తామన్న ఆలోచన. దిస్ అఫెన్స్ కెన్ బి ట్రీటెడ్ యాజ్ వాట్? ఇన్కోయేట్ అఫెన్స్. అంటే ప్రిపరేటరీ. దేనికైనా చేయడానికి నువ్వు పెట్టుకొని ఉండొచ్చుగా. పెట్టుకోలేదని చెప్పడానికి ఏం లేదు. నాకు తెలియదు సార్ అనడానికి ఏం లేదు. బట్ యూ కెన్ సే రైట్. సో ఇన్కోయేట్ అఫెన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇన్కోయేట్ అఫెన్స్? అంతే. సో ప్రిపరేటరీ అఫెన్స్. సో కమింగ్ టు దిస్ జడ్జ్మెంట్, Supreme Court says to government replace term child pornography with what? Child sexual exploitative and abuse material. Important sections. So nothing much. Section 15.1, Section 15.2, Section 15.3. ఇక్కడ పెద్దగా ఏం లేదు. ఫస్ట్ వన్, possession. You should not have those things. Maybe in online form or offline form. When you are using it, without using it, no matter whatever it may be, you should not have that content. Is the everything belongs to this. Nothing much I can explain from it. So coming to this POCSO Act, India's ratification to UN Convention of Rights of Child in 1992. India now accounts maximum number of online child sexual abuse imagery in the world. Next, this only one fact is important. No need of by hearting all those facts. Only one fact is important. According to the NCRB report, cases for creating or storing child porn were recorded in nearly how many cases? 800. Right? Any cases? 800. Nearly 800. 781 అవసరం లేదండి స్పెసిఫిక్గా. సో దీస్ ఫీచర్స్ ఆర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. Applies to any person below the age of 18 years. Gender neutral. What does it mean? Girls and boys, similar provisions. Confidentiality of victim's identity. Mandatory reporting. No time limit for reporting abuse. This is the very one important which is highlighting in the recent controversies. What is that? నో టైమ్ లిమిట్ ఫర్ రిపోర్టింగ్ అబ్యూస్. ప్రజెంట్ కాంటెక్స్ట్ లో ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ బాగా హైప్ నడుస్తుంది ఈ ఒక్క పాయింట్ మీద. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ జానీ మాస్టర్ ఇష్యూ, యు నో రైట్? ఇవైతే బాగా తెలుస్తాయి. ఫైన్, వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ మే బి. సో షీ హ్యాస్ ఫైల్డ్ ఎ కేస్. వెన్ షీ హ్యాస్ ఫైల్డ్? Recently she has filed. She said that he has abusing her from her 16 years. So 16 years ante less than 18. Which act? Pokes Act. So first case Pokes Act కింద కేసారు. Multiple cases, but that is very important thing. నియమం మరి. పుష్ప 2 అడగాలి మరి. We don't know exactly. See, something I found, it is misuse of something, right? Something will be there, right? See, if a person who have ties with some nearly 6 to 7 years, how can, if they are saying that, I'm not judging him or her, but see the validity of their judgments. We are not to comment on that because it is a very sensitive issue. I'm not going to comment on it, but use your rationality. What is rationality? Logic vaadandi. So 6 years. She is not a wife, right? To protect her his identity or something. If she is a wife, she can protect husband identity some up to his extent, because Indian culture ordains that what patiye pratyaksha devudu. You know, right? It is not happened with that, but some X factors are there. Analyze those X factors, keep it with you, don't need. So this is a one important thing. Next one, exclusive courts are established to handle the POCSO cases. There is a fast track courts. Completion of investigation within 2 months from the date of filing the first information report. Trial to be completed within a period of 1 year from the date of taking the cognizance. Provisions to protect individual from false accusations. Death penalty for the very important. There are 3 types of penalty. Aggravated penetrative sexual assault. There are 3 types of sexual assaults. One is called what? Aggravated penetrative sexual assault. Next one is penetrative sexual assault. Next one is sexual assault. 3 types are there. Sexual assault is very normal in nature. What is aggravated? Something more extra thing. What is penetrative aggravated? You know, right? Regarding the Nirbhaya case, you know, right? Based on that Nirbhaya case 2019, there is not Nirbhaya case, Kathuwa rape incident. Do you know? You don't know? Jammu and Kashmir 6-year or 7-year child. She was brutally raped, and she in her private parts they have inserted something or whatever it may be. That is called penetrative. They are penetrating something. These are some grievous incidents which, so that at that time they have given what? Death penalty. So this is very dangerous act. In all those acts, see, if you file a complaint in the police station, it is very hard when you use your influence, whatever it may be. So be aware of it. This may also happen sometimes. What is that? False accusations. Untaruga kontamandi. Fine. What is that? Issues and challenges regarding its backlog. So fine. What are the important points you need to pick from that act? First one, gender. Second one, no time limit. Death penalty for what? Penetrative aggravated sexual assault. 4th point, false accusations. 5th point, confidentiality of victim. 6th, 2 months FIR, 1 year punishment should happen. At least చాలు ఈ 6 గుర్తు పెట్టుకుంటే. Next 15(2). What is section 15(2)? స్టార్టింగ్ దాంతోనే స్టార్ట్ చేసాం మనం. Regarding this Possession without reporting regarding what? Child pornography. Poxo Act లో చైల్డ్ పోర్నోగ్రఫీ కూడా పార్ట్. విచ్ సెక్షన్? 16, 15, 2. ఈ 7 పాయింట్స్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి చాలు. సో క్వశ్చన్, Poxo Act 2012 was enacted to address child sexual abuse and exploitation in India. Despite its progressive provisions, there are numerous challenges in its implementation. Discuss the major challenges in the effective implementation of the Poxo Act and suggest remedial measures to strengthen the child protection mechanism. So prior to this, what are the issues and challenges? First one is what? Backlog of cases and judicial delays. According to NCRB 2021, how many? 1.6 lakhs cases were pending trial at the end of the year. So ఎంత టైంలో కంప్లీట్ అవ్వాలి అది? వితిన్ 1 year. Low conviction rates. Conviction rates in Poxo was how much? 34% in 2001 according to NCRB. In Maharashtra, the conviction rate how much? 14%. Under reporting of cases, what does it mean?
Only limited some cases.
They are not reporting. Why? What is the reason? Fear. Next, societal fear. Next,
Fear of losing honor.
Sir, it might be related to
pride and prestige, right? Next,
family related.
okay,
Mental scarring of the victims.
okay. Opposite might,
Push them not to.
okay.
Lack of trust in government.
Lack of,
Government, politician, trust.
okay. Trust in the institutions. Next,
That person is in power.
okay. So you know some points, right? Regarding that, write it. Improper investigation and forensic challenges. The National Law University Delhi, in a report, Poxo cases found that over 50% of the cases were compromised due to improper forensic collection. దీనిలో ఒక ఫీచర్ ఏంటి అంటే, I didn't mention that feature here. What is that feature? When you want to counsel, అంటే what the report, ఏం జరిగిందో ఇన్సిడెంట్, when you want to know about that incident, ఆ ఇన్సిడెంట్ know from that accused కాదు, who's that other personality? Victim. From the victim, when you are knowing the information, it should be in a closed space. It should be with the help of their known personality. Police officer should not force them. It generally happens when the time of trial. When it comes to the court, right? This victim will in front of judge. This generally happens under camera to know whether this judge is trying to falsify the case. So very stringent Poxo. దీని జోలికి మట్టుకు వెళ్ళకండి ఎవరైనా సరే. ఫాల్స్ అయినా సరే అసలు అవేర్నెస్ వెరీ వెరీ హార్డ్. ఓవర్ బర్డన్ ఆఫ్ స్పెషల్ కోర్ట్స్, ల్యాక్ ఆఫ్ అవేర్నెస్ అండ్ ట్రైనింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఇంక్రీస్డ్ ఆన్లైన్ exploitation. Tell me something for this. Increased online exploitation.
Blackmail.
See, India now accounts for the maximum number of online child sexual abuse imagery in the world. You can use that point. What is the reason for it? ఇందాకే చెప్పారు మీరు కొన్ని. Whatever it may be. This is another important, very, very, very important. What is this point? Can you please read it out? Age of consent and misuse of the law. Courts are required to presume that accused committed the offence under the Poxo Act. So, wait. This is important. Age of consent. You know what it means? She should not be minor. So same case, you are saying that she should not be minor. He should not be. So it is general neutral. If they are both minors, if they have committed something, what about them?
Whoever is
Understand what my point is? juvenile justice court will deal regarding it. So there is an issue again with this juvenile justice court and this JJ Act and POCSO Act regarding dealing with these things. They didn't mention regarding what to deal with these things. There is a flaw here. So అందుకే you have seen that, right? చదువుకోండి ఫస్ట్. You know, right? Parents. So less than 18 years. If you see the North Indian states, I found one fact, but I didn't mention here. Nearly in a village, 40% ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారు చూసారా, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ థింక్ బీహార్ అనుకోండి, బీహార్ ఆర్ యూపీ, ఒక విలేజ్లో 40% ఆఫ్ ద కేసెస్ ఇవే ఉన్నాయంట. లెస్ దాన్ 18 years హూ గాట్ ఎలోప్డ్. 40% వాళ్ళకు వాళ్ళే ఎలోప్ అంటే తెలుసుగా, లేచిపోవటం. లెస్ దాన్ 18 years 40% అంట. ఆలోచించండి, చదువుకోండి ఫస్ట్. ఐ హావ్ సీన్ దట్ మూవీ. సరిలేరు నీకెవరు? పిల్లలు ఏం చేయాలి? చదువుకోవాలి. లోడ్ ఎత్తద్దులే, నో లోడింగ్ ద థింగ్స్. Fine. You can write this question, right? I'll talk about this later. But 356 killed in Israel strikes in Lebanon. Where is Lebanon? The next. అంతేనా? ఎందుకు బాంబు వేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి పైకి వెళ్తే నార్త్ ఆఫ్ ఇజ్రాయెల్, అంతేనా? Fine. Map is important. See, what is the organization which Israel is against in this? Hezbollah. What is this? What is the organization in Gaza? Hamas. Right? Hamas or Hamas. But these type of organizations which you seen in the news are 100.2% important. 100.2% important, because very, very important. So coming to this, map is important. What is the northern? Next, Syria nega. Next, what are the countries bordering Lebanon? Syria, Israel. Fine. What is the capital? Lebanon. Beirut opens Mediterranean Sea. Is it right? Question ఇలానే ఫ్రేమ్ అవుతాయి, కొత్తగా ఏం కాదు. క్వశ్చన్స్ విల్ బి ఫ్రేమ్ లైక్ Beirut opens Mediterranean Sea. Is it right? Beirut opens Black Sea. No. Beirut opens Red Sea. No. ఇప్పుడు తెలిసింది కాబట్టి నో 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 అంటున్నారు. తెలియకపోయింటే అస్సామేగా. Fine, whatever it may be. So what is the river, what is the valley? This valley is important, and these two rivers are important. Litani river, Orontes river, and this valley, Bekaka valley. So 3 points చెప్పండి దీనిలో ఇంపార్టెంట్ అయినాయి. ఫస్ట్ వన్, borders Syria and Israel. What is the organization? Hezbollah. What is the fourth one? Capital is Beirut. Opens? What are the two rivers? Litani and the Orontes. What is the valley here? Beka valley. At least ఈ మాత్రం చదువుకొని చాలు. So next, left leader Disanayake is Sri Lanka's new president. How can you expect a question from this? My question is regarding GS2. GS2 లోంచి క్వశ్చన్ ఎలా ఫ్రేమ్ చేయొచ్చు? So you know the syllabus, right? చెప్పండి. Tell me. Polity, right? So in polity, how can you frame a question? Compare And contrast India and Sri Lanka. Government, polity, governance, whatever it may be, right? So do you know? తెలుసా చెప్పండి అయితే మరి. Is it an unitary or federal? Not about India. We're talking about the Sri Lanka. Presidential or prime ministerial? How many houses are there? How they are elected? ఇవంతా అస్సామేగా, క్వశ్చన్ వస్తే అస్సామేగా. Fine. So we'll discuss those things. Compare and contrast the India and Sri Lankan polity. First one, political system. India, we're talking about the Indian federal parliamentary republic. India operates under federal where power divides nothing much. Head of the state is who? In India, you know, right? Head of the government is prime minister. Legislature, very, very important. You know, right? Bicameral, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, that is important. But Sri Lanka, is important. Unitary, semi-presidential republic. Is India a republic? Is Sri Lanka a republic? Is Sri Lanka a republic? Yes. See, whatever it may be, the word is there, right? It is Republica kada? Republic. Is India a republic? Yes. Structure. Sri Lanka has a unitary system, meaning most powers are concentrated at the central level. Whatever the it may be, it is something like a presidential form of the government. So head of the state is president. Prime minister అనేవాడు అతనికి కావాల్సి వస్తే అపాయింట్ చేసుకుంటాడు. If he needs, if he demands, he appoints them. So legislature is very, very important. Unicameral parliament with how many members? 225. So constitutions. India ఎప్పుడు వచ్చింది? 1950. 3 constitutions they have developed till now. How many? Who? What are those? 1948, 48, 72, 78. What about India? 10 times? Only once. Fine. Executive powers. Here it is important, very, very important. Executive powers, comparing India and Sri Lanka. Role of president. India, nominal. Next, powers. So whatever it may be, he is something nominal in nature based on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers. What about Sri Lanka? President is the de facto na de jure na. Do you know the words de facto, de jure? తెలీదా? గూగుల్ ఉందా? Type it and let me know. What is difference between de facto and de jure? Huh? President is where?
Prime Minister is de facto.
Well, let them know first of all what is difference between de facto.
So de facto is the state affairs are true, but to some official.
What is de facto na de jure na?
De facto.
Huh.
De facto means it lacks international
Not official
recognition.
sanction.
What is de jure?
De jure means
What do you understand?
international law.
ఏం అర్థమైంది? చూడలా? నెట్ రాలేదా? ఫైన్. So what is de facto and de jure? What is officially sanctioned? De jure or de facto? De jure, de facto. What is officially sanctioned? De? What about him? De facto. In India, president is a de facto or de jure? De facto. He generally acts as a nominal head. He didn't have that much powers compared to whom? Prime Minister. When comparing with the Sri Lanka, who has more powers? President. President de facto, de jure? De jure. Fine. Our difference అర్థమైతే చాలు. So this is polity concept. Next one, federal versus unitary. We have already discussed regarding it, but very important thing. Fine. But there is an provincial, there is an amendment called 13th Amendment. So for the provinces, do you know provinces? States anamata, provinces. Federal lage untadi, but provinces kosam they have developed a 13th Amendment in it. But again, it is not properly happening over there. What is the reason? Political instability. Very important. Northern region is very political unstable. Why? LTT is over now. Prabhakaran has dead. Now LTT అయిపోయింది. Tamil versus Sinhalese. Right. Present దాని వల్ల it is they are not accepting to give power to them. They may overpower. Judiciary, tell me about India then. You know that Supreme Court. Independent and integrated judiciary, you know everything, all those things. Coming to the Sri Lanka, Supreme Court of Sri Lanka is the apex court, but the president plays a significant role in appointing judges, raising concerns about judicial independence. So, what is the supreme authority in Sri Lanka then? Everything president nunchi connect ayi untadi. Next one, political parties and elections. India, multi-party. Sri Lanka, multi-party. Legislative framework and reforms. India, 2 houses. Bicameral, right? In India, there is only 1 house, unicameral. For example, Lok Sabha, it is elected by people. Which system? First past post system. What is the system? First past post system. What about Rajya Sabha then? Single transferable vote by proportional representation. So, proportional representation ద్వారా Sri Lanka యొక్క assembly will be elected. Sri Lanka parliament is unicameral and the consists of 225 members elected through what? Proportional representation system. What does ultimately say then? Which has more weightage, India or Sri Lanka? Huh? It's up to them. We don't need regarding those things. Compare and contrast India and Sri Lankan polity. So tell me some 3-4 points important which you found. Bicameral, president, de facto in India, de jure in Sri Lanka. Next one, judiciary.
Is appointed by president.
Everything relates to the judiciary. Next one,
The voting system.
voting. India Lok Sabha,
Territorial constituency.
first past post. Sri Lanka,
Single transferable vote.
proportional representation. Right? So what about federalism?
No, sir. Provincial system.
Provinces are there, but okay, fine.
Sir, in India, president is de jure.
In India,
President is de jure. De jure head.
de jure head. What is de facto then?
PM is de facto.
Who has more power? He is considered as de facto. Generally, wherever it may be, de facto is what? Who has more power?
De jure by law.
See, అలా అని కాదు. ఇన్ జనరల్గా de facto అంటే ఎవరైతే హూ హ్యాస్ మోర్ పవర్, ఇన్ రియాలిటీ ఎవరైతే డీల్ చేస్తారో హీ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ de facto. రైట్? అండర్స్టాండ్? de jure అంటే హూ హ్యాస్ పవర్ బట్ ఇనేబుల్ టు యాక్ట్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద మెయిన్ డిఫరెన్స్. అండర్స్టాండ్? అదే మర్చిపోయినట్టున్నా ఇందాక. de facto మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను, మళ్ళీ క్లియర్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. de facto అంటే హూ హ్యాస్ మోర్ పవర్ అండ్ రియల్ రోల్. రియాలిటీలో ఎవరైతే యాక్ట్ చేస్తారో దట్ గా ఇస్ కాల్డ్ హూ? de facto. de jure ఇస్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ అంటే ఒక స్టెప్ తక్కువ. de jure. సో ఒకసారి తిప్పి రాయండి అది. ఫైన్. Quad launches maritime health initiatives, condemns aggression in dispute regions. So whatever it may be, did you know about this Quad? So I'll explain very little, not that much, because మీకు తెలుసు కాబట్టి regarding these things. So what is Quad then? I need some base points regarding. I'm not right.
It is a 400 grouping Indo-Pacific region is
Why quad?
To counter China.
You should not directly write that to counter China. Why quad? Do you know the origin of quad? తెలుసు అన్నారుగా చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు. What is the origin of quad?
Sir, purely China అనేది trade points ఏదైతే
See, remove the Chinese point and tell me regarding the quad. That is a very common fact, everybody know, but we should not write that on the paper as an intro or aim and objective of that quad.
for the better Asian groups నుంచి కూడా
So that is fine, but when you want to define something, what quad means, what is the aim and objectives of the quad are necessary.
It is a organization with 4 countries as its
4 countries are there, fine.
who have come together for free trade and regulations in the Indo-Pacific region.
Free trade and regulations. So then what WTO is doing then? If they are they are formed as a grouping, what WTO is doing then? It is breaching their status, right? Most favored nations, all those status, it may breach, right? Huh? Biased అంటే యూఎస్ఏ కా యూఎస్కే biased ఏగా యూఎస్ మెంబరేగా ఆ పాయింట్ వదిలేసి చెప్పండి. What are the main aims and objectives of Quad? Peace is one of the factor, but main. See, Indo-Pacific region is the first point. Indo-Pacific region లో ఏం చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నారు? Peace and security in the Indo-Pacific region. That is a very, very important main aim of the one organization. See, ఒక ఆర్గనైజేషన్ వచ్చినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ ఇట్స్ ఎయిమ్స్ అండ్ ఆస్పిరేషన్స్ ఆర్ యూ నీడ్ టు నో. వెన్ యూ నో ద ఎయిమ్ అండ్ ఆస్పిరేషన్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఎన్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ పాయింట్స్ రిగార్డింగ్ దట్. నువ్వేం చేస్తున్నావు నీకు తెలిసినప్పుడు నువ్వు రాయొచ్చా? అంతేగా. యు నో దిస్. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్? పేకాట. యు ఆర్ ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీ ఇన్ దట్. Hypothetically, you are extraordinary in that. You know everything related to that, right? Hypothetically, that I can know what you can do, what you cannot do, right? This is the same thing. So it is for what? Peace and security in the which region? Indo-Pacific region. The origin is something around 2007. So during the time of 2018, 2017 or 18, there is an exercise called Malabar naval exercise, where these 4 countries has participated. Earlier this quad grouping also there, but Australian withdrew because of the influence of the China. Again it has joined, right? This is a very background of it. So these kind of institutions are called as what? Mini laterals. Right? These kind of institutions are called what? Mini laterals. So coming to this key highlights, there is nothing much you already know regarding this. I'll just highlight the important things. First one, quad cancer, moonshot. For what? Cervical cancer. ఒకటే పాయింట్ తెలుసుకోండి అంతే. క్వాడ్ క్యాన్సర్, మూన్ షాట్. నాట్ ఫర్ మూన్ కి షార్ట్ వేయటం కాదు, మూన్ షూట్ అది కాదు, సారీ షూట్. ఓకే, మూన్ కి క్యాన్సర్ వచ్చింది దానికి షార్ట్ వేయాలి. ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ దట్. యు అండర్స్టాండ్, రైట్? ఫర్ వాట్? సర్వైకల్ క్యాన్సర్. సో నెక్స్ట్ వన్, మైత్రి, maritime initiative for training in the Indo-Pacific. What is this training? For what? Security purpose. Maritime security purpose. Maitri, maritime initiative for training in the Indo-Pacific. ఇవన్నీ మీరు రాసేయచ్చు, బట్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. కోస్ట్ గార్డ్ కోఆపరేషన్, ఫస్ట్ ఎవర్ కోఆర్డినేట్ సీ షిప్ అబ్జర్వర్ మిషన్. కోఆర్డినేట్ సీ షిప్ అబ్జర్వర్ మిషన్. విచ్ మినిస్ట్రీ ఇండియన్ కోస్ట్ గార్డ్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు? ఇండియాలో కోస్ట్ గార్డ్స్ ఉంటారా? ఉండరా? ఎనీబడి వాచ్ దేవరా మూవీ? చూసావా? కోస్ట్ గార్డ్ ఉన్నాడు నిన్న. ఏ మినిస్ట్రీ?
Minister
మినిస్ట్రీ ఏం సంబంధం లేదా? ఆలోచించాలి. మినిస్ట్రీ ఆఫ్ డిఫెన్స్, రైట్? Is it a statutory or non-statutory? It is a statutory. Coast Guards Act 1971, right? Very important. Oil spills, for example, oil spills జరిగాయి అనుకో, first person to react on it is whom? Coast Guards. Very important. So we'll talk it this later. Quality infrastructure development. So now they are concentrating this aspect. So our Modi ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా సరే దీన్ని కొంచెం he is highlighting like anything. Digital public infrastructure. What does it mean? Your Aadhaar, UPI, integration of all those things. UPI is a hit thing. AEPS, Aadhaar enabled payment service. Quad ports of the future partnership, undersea cables, digital connectivity for all island nations 25. Oh, fine. So next one, Open RAN. You know this? What is Open RAN? What is Open Radio Access Network then? SNT. తెలీదా? ఓపెన్ అంటే ఏంటి? ఓపెన్. ర్యాన్ అంటే పరిగెత్తారా?
ఒక పర్టికులర్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ లో అమలు పెడతారు.
జనరల్గా ఓపెన్ ర్యాన్ నెట్వర్క్ ఈస్ అంటే ఏంటి అంటే వెరీ వెరీ ఈజీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ డెవలపింగ్ ఏ 5G టెక్నాలజీ, చేసిన వాట్ ఎవర్ ద టెక్నాలజీ యు ఆర్ డెవలపింగ్, జనరలీ దేర్ ఆర్ సమ్ చిప్సెట్స్. Some countries and some institutions are monopolized to make this. You know Qualcomm? Qualcomm అనే కంపెనీ ఐడియా ఉందా? Intel. These are the processor or core making chips making units అన్నమాట. Whatever it may be, you know it, right? So in general they have a monopoly in making chipsets and all those things. What is this Open RAN network ante? You can pick anything from any vendor. You can develop a new chipset. So why? Because of fear of China, there is a company called Huawei. It is developing technology. US is supported by a company called Qualcomm. It is developing a 5G technology. What about China? Which company? Huawei is developing. So India is not going to accept this Huawei products. Why? Because there is a threat or misperception of eavesdropping. Eavesdropping ante telusuka? Eavesdropping. Eavesdropping under అంటే ఏం లేదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, the chipset itself, they build a component, we don't know, right? When you open an app, it will register your whatever it may be. For example, you will sign some cloud network in it, right? For example, if you have an Instagram, right? Instagram is purely based on internet, right? With offline you can do something on Instagram. There is a network, there is server for it. When they are designing this component, there is an individual element. They can put even that Instagram network can also be tapped in where? China. Data localization అందుకే తేవాలి అనుకుంటా. What is the main reason why India is supporting for the data localization? ఏంటి అది? Eavesdropping. What is eavesdropping అంటారు? అర్థమైందా? So without knowing they can hear something. Hear or whiz. So that is the reason why recently we have seen some camera cutouts for this laptops also to shutter camera shutters. And recently, if you are anybody using the iOS or recent Android updates, when you open a camera up, you will see a green dot in your screen. Yes, sir. Anybody observed? Yes, sir. If you open a green dot means camera. If you see the orange dot, it is microphone. Red or orange, it depends on the thing. Red or orange, it comes under microphone. If it is a green, what? Camera open అయిందని చెప్పడానికి. ఎందుకంటే తెలియకుండా బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ లో సమ్ యాప్స్ విల్ రన్. సో టు నో అసలు ఏంటి జరుగుతుందని వెనక తెలియడానికి యూ నో రైట్, యూ షుడ్ బి అవేర్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ రైట్. ఇన్ని సంవత్సరాల నుంచి ఫోన్ చేస్తున్నారు, మీ గ్రీన్ డాట్ రెడ్ డాట్ అంటే నొక్కేవి కాదు బటన్స్, కాల్ బటన్ ఎండ్ బటన్ కాదు ఇవి. సో నౌ వీఆర్ ఇన్ డిజిటల్ ఏజ్. ఫైన్, వేర్ ఐ హావ్ స్టాప్డ్ going where eavesdropping, I have dropped it there. Fine. A engage initiative. So next one, bio explore initiative, semiconductors. So recently we have signed some deals with USA regarding the semiconductors. So next one, quad counter grouping, just go through this, nothing much, not interested regarding this. So this is important, the decision road regarding what? సర్వైకల్ క్యాన్సర్. తెలుసా సర్వైకల్ క్యాన్సర్ అంటే ఏంటో? డూ యు నో దిస్? వాట్ ఇట్ లుక్స్? హ్యూమన్ రిప్రొడక్టివ్ సిస్టమ్. హ్యూమన్ ఆర్ ఉమెన్? ఫీమేల్ రిప్రొడక్టివ్ సిస్టమ్. సో సర్వికల్ క్యాన్సర్ మేల్స్కి రావచ్చా, ఫీమేల్స్కి రావచ్చా? బోత్, రైట్? బట్ మోర్ ప్రోన్ ఈస్ హూ? Females. What are the reasons for it? What are the reasons for? Mostly in India it is through sexually transmitted diseases, STDs. So STDs can spread from one person to another person through any means. For example, if that guy has using some if you use that towel, some kind of things are right. If they use the towel, you use that, you may have chance of getting these diseases. అర్థం కాల. అదే చెప్తున్నా, STD, sexually transmitted diseases. Transmitted disease can be spread, can spread from one person to one person. But so this is one important thing. 6 lakhs women diagnosed, 3.4 lakh women died of worldwide. 90% of the cases death occurred in the low and middle income countries. So this is important. Sir, Vax, Gardasil. So these are the 2 vaccines. So women who are not know regarding this cervical cancer, please, not please, it's my suggestion to take vaccines. Vaccines are available in the market. We don't know what may happen in the future, but it is spread to what?
Virus.
Which virus? Human papilloma virus. What is the virus name? Human papilloma virus. 3 things you need to remember from this. More prone, women. Men and women can get this mainly through sexually transmitted diseases. What is the main important agent which is causing? Human papilloma virus. So there are some vaccines, Cervax and the Gardasil. Fine. Time ఎంత అయింది? ఒక 10 minutes I'll wrap it up. 5 minutes. 10 కూడా కాదు. GST Council is looking at tax rate items by item. So just go through regarding this GST Council. I have mentioned GST Council. So anybody know GST Council? Telsa? Is it in constitutional body, non-constitutional body? Then tell me the article. 279? What are its provisions? What are its provisions?
After the inclusion and exclusion of goods and services into the GST slab.
So two things I'll ask you. First of all, tax rates determined by whom? GST. Does it have power to decide tax rates? Yes or no? Does it have determined floor rates of a product? Floor rate అంటే ఇది కాదు, బేస్ ప్రైస్ అన్నట్లు. ఫ్లోర్ రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఎ ప్రొడక్ట్. ఇట్ హ్యాస్. ఓకే, ఫర్ అందుకే ఫ్లోర్ అని చెప్పింది. ఫ్లోర్ అంటే ఇది కాదు, మళ్ళీ డాన్స్ ఫ్లోర్ అనుకున్నారు. సో అందుకే జస్ట్ ఫాస్ట్గా చెప్తాను, నథింగ్ మచ్. See, this members is important. Now I'm not talking about that. So fourth is important. They council shall make recommendations to union whom states also regarding taxes, cesses and surcharges levied by the union, states and the local bodies which may be subsumed in GST. GST that may be subjected or exempted from the GST tax model. So yeah, any special rate or rates for a specified period to raise additional resources during any natural calamity or disaster. So who are the members of it? Members are important. For example, states are there. What is the quorum? Quorum అంటే తెలుసుగా మీకు? Minimum ఎంత ఉండాలి? Half, 50%. For example, there is a GST council. This quorum should be decided by 1/3 of union, 2/3 of states. Based on that, look after those things. The goods and service taxes council established mechanisms to between. So this point is also important. అది మీకు తెలిసిందే కానీ ఈ పాయింట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. 11th, GST council shall establish a mechanism to adjudicate any dispute between government of India and one or more states, between government of India and any state or states on one side and other states on the other side, between one or more states. So GST council promotes fiscal federalism. Is it right or wrong? Is it right or wrong? Enduku? How? Which include both members. That's it. So this is kefaya. It is a Palestinian scarf traditionally worn by lower class people. Today is a symbol of nationhood and struggle. Just remember this. Nothing much. Just remember this point. Kefaya, recently seen in is what? It is a scarf. So clearance projects for అయిపోయింది లాగండి. నికోబార్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ adhere to green laws, government else NGT. So just go home and read regarding this National Green Tribunal. And next, this is important, Island Coastal Zone ICRZ. There are some recommendations for it. Just go through it. I'll tell some brief regarding it. So why it is important? My point adanta mana chadukovachu. Why they are concentrating on this development of the Nicobar? First point, first for maritime security and surveillance. Second one, tourism is an, what I felt is an 5th, 6th, 7th point. Main factor ade, they are projecting it as a tourism, but it is not main component. This is a main component. Connectivity, because Chinese presence is increasing in this area. So to counter this, this is one of the effect of the quad. So this is a strait called Malacca. Yavarakka? Fine. Malacca Strait, right? So if you see, it is here Nicobar. Here it is Great Nicobar and Nicobar. So how much distance? Chala distance undi. See, ikkada points important. Endukante some things are, for example, if you see Kuala Lumpur, ఎంత distance ఉంది? Singapore and next Indonesia. So it is an ఇక్కడ నుంచే ships pass అవ్వాలి, right? When Chinese ships comes like this going through this Malacca Strait, it need to pass in this area, right? So it should not pass like this, right? వెళ్తాయి అలాగా ముఖ్యలా ఉందంటే ఎలా తిప్పుకుంటారు, అలా జరుగుతాయా? Generally it won't happen, right? So they should be generally, so that is the reason why they are focusing surveillance in this network. In the name of it, they are disguised the things. Government is disguising. They are saying that we are developing Great Nicobar project. It will promote tourism, everything. That's it. But it is something different. So these things are important. First of all, Duncan Passage separates from South Andaman and Little Andaman. South Andaman and barren island. It is east of what? Middle. Barren island is east of Narcondam Island. It is east of North Andaman. Saddle Peak ekkadundi? North Andaman. So next 10-degree channel separates Andaman group and Nicobar group. Next one, Sombrero channel, Great Nicobar, Car Nicobar group ki separate chese em channel adi? This is important. Sombrero channel. Last point is called what? Indira Point. So these are important, very very important. Andaman Nicobar all time important for UPSC. Saddle Peak north, Narcondam next middle button. So remember this, but we are concentrating on Great Nicobar, right? Two things are important. First one is what? Campbell Bay National Park. Next one, Galathea Bay. Where it lies? Great Nicobar lo unnayani cheppandi ante. Fine. So next, who is this guy? I don't know. There are two tribes in Nicobar. Very 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 important. Shompen. Another one is Nicobaris. Shompen tribe and Nicobaris. Their physiographic features relates to Australasians. Ante something telusuka meeku? They are white skinned. Photo sarigga teeledle. Generally, if you see these features, does it look like something Indian features? If you see the Sentinelese, they are negrito elements, ante nallaga untaru. If you see the Jarawas, Andamanis, ivanni north side tribes anamata. Tribes are very very important. So two tribes, what are those? Shompen and Nicobaris. So ikkada rendu important species unnai. First one is Nicobar megapod. Third one is leatherback turtle. I have already told regarding this. What about this Nicobar megapod? What it is? ఇక్కడ ఒక వర్డ్ ఉంది, నేను కావాలని తీసేసా. డాగా, క్యాటా? వాట్ ఈస్ నికోబార్ మెగాపోడ్? పిల్ల, క్యాటా? క్యాట్ కాదు, పిగ్ కూడా కాదు. వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓన్లీ ఇక్కడే దొరుకుతుంది. అది తినేది కాదు, మళ్ళీ ఎగిరేది. వాట్ ఈస్ ఎగిరేది? Bird. Very important. Nicobaris megapod. So district contains the two tribes, Nicobar and Shompen. Shompen is semi-nomadic. Nicobar is horticulture. So just go through this. So World Tourism Day. So regarding Elephanta Caves. So there is so ilanti got important. When you are seeing Maharashtra, this is fine. But when you are seeing a paper, these type of ads also important. Ads code important up to some extent, because World Tourism Day, where it is, the statue is what? Sada Shiva statue. So it was mentioned kabatti Elephanta Caves gurinchi, just go through it. So these are the very important. See, question ala frame avutadi ante, which of the following ante ila adutharu mata. Gangadhara, Ardhanarishwara, Shiva's laying Andaka and Sadashiva statues belongs to which of the cave temples, cave or whatever it may be. They will give Ajanta, Ellora, next one, Elephanta and whatever your thing. What is belongs to? Elephanta. Very very important question ala frame avutalla. Caves మీద 100% important ఉంది. And again, these Elephanta caves lo inko important point ఏంటంటే, it is both Hindu plus Buddhist caves. In Hindu it is especially Shaivite, because everything related to the Shivudu, right? So one important caves which is very famous, which is exclusive for Buddhism. That is what? Ajanta caves. Exclusive for Buddhism. What rivers? దాని పక్కన ఉండే ఒక రివర్ ఉంటుంది, దాని పేరు రివర్ పేరేంటి? వార్. రివర్ నేమ్ ఇస్ వగోరా. అగోరా కాదు, వగోరా. 2023 ఆర్ 2022 ప్రిలిమ్స్ క్వశ్చన్ అది, వగోరా. సో వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఆ టైంలో కూడా న్యూస్లో ఉంది, ఈ టైంలో కూడా న్యూస్లో ఉంది. బట్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ ఆర్ట్ అండ్ కల్చర్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్. Wedding of Shiva, Yogeshwara and Nataraja. Do you know Nataraja? Not pencil. Spawn City, I'll tell briefly, nothing much. Spawn City ki ko single definition is what? Which looks like a sponge, which is very soft. It's not ala rasara. So we can create, for example, we are developing Amaravati. So we have already seen floods in recently Vijayawada also, right? Now we can plan, right? Only for Amaravati up to present context, but we can revamp the things. We can extend areas. For example, what is this? One okka single line lo, what is the definition of Spawn City? Development of blue and green infrastructure for better urban rejuvenation. Development of what? Blue and green infrastructure. What is blue infrastructure? Lakes, ponds, wetlands, whatever it may be. Drainage system. Green infrastructure is what? What it relates to the greenery. Okay? Fine, go through this. Key features. Green infrastructure. Permeable surfaces ante. For example, take tar road. You know asphalt road or tar road. Tar road telusuka meeku? Tar road has a capability of inking water. Water absorb చేసుకుంటాయా? No. That is the reason why potholes will generated. That is the main reason. Potholes అంటే తెలుసుగా, మళ్ళీ పాట్ పెట్టే హోల్ అనుకున్నాను, గుంటలు will generate. Fine. Water storage systems, storm water management and wetland restoration. This is important. This question any times will come on the paper. Spawn City is very important. You can use it where? Where you will use sponge? Huh? Where? To clean what? To clean boards, huh? Fine. That's it. That's it. End of the class. You expect చేస్తున్నారు? Save water. So here ma. Huh?